YouTube bans Donald Trump, Jeffree Star unleashes some more rumors, and Bruce Willis finally responds to being kicked out of a pharmacy for not wearing a mask. All of that and a lot more, but first, if you could smash that like button to show some love to the channel, we would really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin the InformOverload Weekly Roundup. According to the Associated Press, Google's YouTube has officially blocked President Donald Trump's channel. This will prevent him from uploading any new content on his official account for at least a week. The ban comes after the deadly Capitol siege and became even more important after Trump uploaded a video to his page in which he says that impeaching him will be very dangerous for the United States. YouTube immediately removed this video, and in a statement the company tweeted, "After review and in light of concerns about the ongoing potential for violence, we removed new content uploaded to Donald J. Trump's channel for violating our policies. It now has its first strike and is temporarily prevented from uploading new content for a minimum of 7 days. Given the ongoing concerns about violence, we will also be indefinitely disabling comments on President Trump's channel, as we've done to other channels where there are safety concerns found in the comment sections." Now, a lot of people are saying that YouTube was a little bit late to the party on this one, and really the move only came after a civil rights group threatened a national boycott of YouTube if they didn't remove Donald Trump's channel, which currently has over 2.7 million subscribers. Now, we still don't know if they will reinstate Trump's account after this 7-day ban, because if you remember, Twitter first banned Trump from posting after deciding to permanently ban the president a few days later. So for now, I will just keep a close eye on this one and bring you more updates as they come. In other news, Bruce Willis was making headlines after being asked to leave a Rite Aid pharmacy in Los Angeles. The actor was shopping inside without wearing a facial covering, for which the state of California now requires. Everyone must wear a face covering when outside of their homes, with a limited amount of exceptions, and we don't think being famous is one of them. According to page 6, fellow shoppers became upset when Willis was seen without a mask, and so he was told to leave. And he did so without making his purchase or putting up a fuss, really. However, now the diehard actor has apologized for breaking the COVID-19 rules. In an exclusive statement he sent to People magazine, the actor said, "It was an error in judgment." He then added, "Be safe out there, everyone, and let's continue to mask up." And I just don't know why he couldn't have, pulled that little scarf around his neck, or just pull it over your face, dude. That's all you needed to do. Anyways, with that though, let's send it over to Brie's Corner.
Thanks, friends. So some pretty hurtful news came out of Florida this week about an animal that was abused for someone's political agenda, and it honestly upsets me to my core. On Sunday, January 10th, officials discovered a manatee in Florida's Homosassa River who had the word, or rather the name, Trump etched into its back. When your beliefs or opinions lead you to harass innocent beings like this, that's when someone has to come and step in. Whether it's an animal or a person, this kind of behavior is just downright awful, and there's no defending these kinds of actions. According to US law, harassing manatees is a punishable offense that can result in those convicted receiving a 1-year prison sentence and a $50,000 fine. As of right now, officials from the Center for Biological Diversity have been offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of whoever did this to the manatee. Jacqueline Lopez, the director of the Center for Biological Diversity, issued a statement on the situation where she said, quote, "It's heartbreaking that this manatee was subjected to this vile criminal act. It's clear that whoever harmed this defenseless gentle giant is capable of doing grave violence and needs to be apprehended immediately," end quote. Already, the manatee population in the area has dropped drastically due to ecological damage to their habitat, as well as collisions with fast-moving boats and attacks from humans. In 2020, over 600 manatees died, 90 of them from human attacks alone. These creatures are, quote, "essential members of the ecosystems in which they inhabit and are protected under the Endangered Species Act and the Marine Mammal Protection Act, so it's of the utmost importance to preserve these animals, making this horrible attack a very serious offense." Luckily, according to Christina Meester, a spokesperson for the US Fish and Wildlife Service, this manatee that was harmed does not appear to be seriously injured other than the etching on his back, but this offense is being seen as highly unusual in the area, as most people don't go out of their way to harm these creatures in this manner. Officials are asking anyone with information to please come forward. So please, if you know anything about this incident or have information that could help officials, please contact the Wildlife Crime Tips hotline. Now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you for informing us about that story, Brie. That is absolutely terrible to hear, and I really hope that the person responsible is caught. Once again, as Brie mentioned, if you have any information, please contact the Wildlife Crime Tips hotline. In other news, the sports world is seeing another big challenger step up to challenge UFC's Conor McGregor to a boxing match. And for more on this, let's send it over to Jared for sports.
Hey guys, Jared Bronstein here with some fun sports news. As we know, Conor McGregor is going to be fighting Dustin Poirier on Saturday, January 23rd. Conor's first fight back since knocking out Donald Cerrone within 40 seconds in the first round last January. And although Jake Paul has been calling out McGregor, it seems that won't happen anytime soon. However, a crossover boxing match between Conor and future Hall of Fame boxer Manny Pacquiao may be in the books. There were rumors of a potential bout happening between these two prior to Conor's fight with Cerrone, and when Manny signed to the same talent manager as Conor, those odds, well, they increased tenfold. Adi Attar, who manages both McGregor and Pacquiao, said the fight is likely going to happen in 2021, possibly after Conor's fight with Dustin. In a recent interview, Pac-Man, as they called him, said, I quote, "Right now I want to experience fighting an MMA, mixed martial artist. I will also donate a big portion of my income to Filipino COVID-19 victims." Conor has yet to comment, but this would be a very fun fight to watch, as both are incredible competitors and amazing fighters. That's all for sports. Let's see what else we got for you.
Thanks for that update, Jared. Now I know 2021 has already hit us like a ton of bricks, so why don't we lighten the mood and move on to some feel-good news. Dwayne Johnson is well known for being the most likable celebrity around, probably the most liked human around for that matter. Not only is he charming as all hell, but he also has set up a foundation that helps at-risk and terminally ill children. Is your heart melting now? No? Allow me to continue. His latest good deed was gifting a brand new Ford F-150 to an old friend. Although this isn't just any old friend, this is someone who was really there for Dwayne when he was down on his luck. On New Year's Day, The Rock paid a visit to his old friend Bruno Lauer. Bruno had taken Dwayne in when he was homeless as a teenager in Tennessee. 9 years later, after Johnson fell in hard times again trying to become a wrestler, Bruno was there for him yet again. He was always coming to his rescue and even offered him a trailer to live in so that he could have his own place. Now we return full circle and The Rock is buying his old pal a $30,000 truck. And it's stories like this that really make me believe in karma, you know? What you should take away from this story isn't that he got a truck. What I personally take away from this is that if you are in a place where you can help someone that is down on their luck, you have no idea how much that means to that person. Don't do it for the opportunity to brag about your kindness. Do it because it's what we should be doing in times like this. It's what we should be doing always. The Rock is a perfect example of someone that could have had a much different life had he not been surrounded by people who wanted to help him. The other half of that coin is knowing when to ask for help and being able to accept help. If you feel like your world is falling apart, take a look at where The Rock is now and remember that he was once homeless in Tennessee. So just ask for help. With that though, let's send it over to Mackenzie for an update on Jeffree Star and a wild story about a man that was locked out of his Bitcoin account.
Thanks, Johnny. Now that we're locked down, I guess I have my own segment now. What should we call it, guys? I guess we can call it Mackenzie's talking or maybe the spill zone. Honestly, I don't even know. Let me know below what you think my new little segment should be called. But let's hop right into my first story about Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin craze is back and the cryptocurrency market has been exploding over the last few weeks, with Bitcoin breaking a new record high of over $40,000 USD per Bitcoin, with it slightly dropping as of now. And early investors who have been long-term holders are now reaping the rewards, with plenty becoming millionaires essentially overnight. However, a few of the very early investors are facing an issue I'm sure you have all faced at one point in time, and that is forgetting your password. And yes, you heard that right. Some of these people who have millions in Bitcoin are not able to access it because they forgot their passwords. And the whole point is that Bitcoin is decentralized, so there's nobody out there who can, get it for them or reset it or anything like that. And I literally can't even imagine the deep, pain and frustration that you would be feeling if you were in this situation. One investor, Stephen Thomas, that spoke with The Times, told them that he has $220 million worth of Bitcoin currently, and he put those millions in a digital wallet that he has now forgotten the password of. But for him, it's even worse because the contents of that wallet will be destroyed after 10 incorrect guesses of the password, 8 of which he's already tried. Bitcoin blog Chainalysis estimates that nearly 1 in 5 Bitcoins are permanently lost. The value of these discarded or forgotten Bitcoins is nearly $40 billion. So it's quite a lot of people who are in this very frustrating predicament. Let me know down in the chat if you've invested in Bitcoin or have been thinking about it. I am personally invested in it right now, but I also am very aware of all the risks involved. So now we're moving right along to a Jeffree Star relationship update story. So after the Kanye rumors came out, Jeffree addressed it faster than I think he's ever addressed a scandal before. You can take from that what you will, with Jeffree flat out denying the rumors in a YouTube video. Saying in that video, quote, "Let me just say this one time for any news outlet, I like very tall men. Me and Kanye have never hung out, and this whole thing is really funny." Then after Wendy Williams brought up Jeffree on her show, Jeffree spoke more about his past with rappers. rappers, saying in a Snapchat story that him and Kanye were not a thing, and adding, quote, "The real rappers that have been visiting this mouth is something that I'll take to the grave." Jeffree milked the situation further by tweeting, quote, "I'm definitely not sleeping with Kanye, but the amount of rappers in my DMs is wild, bitch. Time to make a hit song in bed." Also, let me know in the chat, which rappers do you think are in Jeffree's DMs? Because, like, I believe there are a few. Jeffree also said in a later tweet that he is going on a second date with someone, so it looks like he's still dating even in the midst of this whole huge scandal. And honestly, at this point, regardless if these rumors were true or not, I'm just happy we got a brief break from all the, stuff happening in the world for just a short moment in time. So that's all for my stories, guys. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already.
Well, that is all we have for you today, folks. But first, before I get out of here, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled "Donald Trump Becomes First President to be Impeached Twice." Average Gatsby says, "Sees all this news about Trump, eats popcorn in European. Must be nice." Well, I'm Canadian, so pass over the popcorn. Angel Doll says, "Before 10-minute squad again." Wow, 10-minute squad. If you want to be part of the 10-minute squad, make sure you check that notification bell. Noah Tripoli says, "Except he wasn't impeached the first time it was thrown out." Everyone keeps saying this. Impeached just means charged, essentially. He was acquitted of those charges, but he was impeached and then acquitted. So, impeached twice. Thank you. Chad says, "Proves we need term limits, not retirement jobs for the rich like Pelosi." Yeah, all of them just need to get jobs after they leave office. Please, why are they still getting paid by the taxpayers? I just don't understand it. Hunter Chante says, "Donnie is going out sad and I love it." I'm sure a lot of people are loving this right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope your country doesn't fall apart. I really hope that democracy survives. And we'll be here, as always, bringing you all the news. But for now, my name is Johnny Rogers. You saw Mackenzie Smith. You saw Brie Room. You saw Jared Bronstein. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends. And until next time, stay classy, YouTube. Okay, Daniela. Here we go. Weekly roundups. All of that and a lot more. But first, if you could please smash that like... Smash the doors behind me.
Jacqueline Lopez, the director for the Center... Jacqueline Lopez, the director... Jacqueline Lopez, the director for... Jacqueline Lopez, the director of... Luckily, according to Christina Meester, a spokesperson for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, this manatee would... Really?
Let me see if that picks up.
Oh my god, shout out to whoever's playing the piano. One says they look forward to my bloopers. Well, you get a whole symphony now. So please, if you know anything about this incident or have information that could help officials, please contact the Wildlife Crime Tips hotline. Guys.
That's all for sports. Back to... Oh, I don't know who.
Although this isn't some... Although this just... This... Door! Although this isn't just any old... This isn't... I can't speak. This isn't just any old friend.